Hi there, welcome. I've got my table kind of full today with Marseille decks, and I'm on a hunt to see which one I really want to start delving into. I did get down sort of a rabbit hole lately with people talking about open reading, and this book in particular. New to me, not new on the market. And this gentleman did create his own deck. I believe he has passed now, and it is the Conver Ben Dove. But he also goes into Nicholas Conver in that book. And I wanted to check out his images, which I did, and compare my Marseille and see which one was the close to that Conver deck. Well, it turns out it's this one, the cheapest deck that I got, and many, many moons ago when I first started tarot. And this one here comes in a huge box. You can see it there. And the book that comes with it by Jane Lyle is quite good. Put out by Bounty Books in 2003. And they say inside very briefly that this deck is based on Italian and French art of the Marseille. And as I say, it connected me rather quickly to the Nicholas Conver, because when I got into the coins, and you can see it's a lovely deck. I think they probably photographed some old work, I don't know, and then recolored it. But I do see here Conver. So when I was going through that book that I showed you a few minutes ago, these are the images that are the closest to that. And I was quite thrilled with that, but I don't know if I actually should now go and purchase one that's a little bit more authentic to the Nicholas Conver decks, because this is quite nice. I mean, the cardstock is pretty good too. The backs, not bad. I prefer a more warm colored back, and I would have loved it if they had taken this cream color out to the very edges. They did stick to the French wording, which is kind of nice. And then I thought, well, I'll just look at all my other decks. It was interesting. I gravitated to these ones here. This was really my last, but I appreciate all the information that he's giving me in here for learning purposes. Now, this first one here, this is the Angel Tarot, and it's a Stuart Kaplan US Games deck of 1980. And they say on it, or in the book, it's the first complete tarot deck to originate in Japan with medieval tones in the coloring and such. And I really do, really do like the colors in this deck. I think what I'm looking for too, though, is a deck that has an antique sort of look to it. And I really appreciate it if it had the imperfections and things like that that go along with trying to bring the old decks in. So this one here is quite beautiful, but the backs are to die for. Really like that. Nice gold tones. The next one, Le Tarot de Marseille, is an international playing card deck of 1983. And I saw Martin de Guller on it, I believe, Martin de Guller. But, another one. The back is okay. Loving the colors. It's just saturated. Now, I know in the book it talks about certain colors appearing on certain suits, the yellows for the coins. And I should go back and show you that too, that fabulous too. So this is a Fournier deck. And I love the swords. I'm not crazy about the wording in there that they happen to put on green. And I understand in the book now from my reading that You know, they pick the cool colors for the suits of like the swords and things. And I believe the batons, but that looks cool to me right there. There's your swords, yeah. Beautiful color. But yet it has a warm tone to each of the suits. And then I got into my JJ Swiss here, the 1JJ, and I hear that that is Simon's favorite deck, A.G. Mueller, Switzerland, 1970, with S.R. Kaplan. Beautiful deck. And when you put them side by side and go through them card by card, this deck seems to change positions of the knights and things like that. The horse seems to go one way and the knight's always looking the other way. It's quite unique. And you've got your swords and batons and the whole spiel again. Beautiful cups. And then, as I say, I did show you my cheap deck. I do have a wonderful little Majors Only from Artisan Tarot. And this is really gorgeous. Cardstock, beautiful. Doesn't have the whole set though for me, but I understand that a lot of people, their divination is for most just using the majors. But then I did see something else where when you're learning the Marseille, you should actually start with the minors. So that was quite interesting. So that one is from Artisan Tarot, and on their little card, you can see there more information about them. I hope you're getting that. And this was a first edition deck with 500 decks produced, and it's based on an 1865 Celesio deck. And that's the little box that goes with that. And I did have some great fun with it. Then I got into the decks by Alejandro, and especially the Tarot of Ambiguities. It has the old world colors that I love, and I love some of the coffee stains and things that he did to make it look old. The backs to die for, really like those. But it's not a convert deck. And I don't know, as I say, if I actually have to have one of those. But that one there, that talked about, in its little booklet there, that it was a reimagined Tarot de Marseille deck. And it is just stunning. And this one brings a little bit of Marseille into it. This is with the woodblock sort of images, and the coloring again is very old by Alejandro again. And we've got the Rider-Waite images, but when we get into the others, then we get our Marseille coming through. It does make it easier blending the two, but I still think I want to go back to the basics here. And I'm looking, I guess, for help from people as to seeing what I have here. What decks would you suggest for me? If there's any books that you would suggest for me as well. I know I've got the booklet Big Reach that goes with the JJ Swiss. I've got the fortune telling with tarot cards with Stuart Kaplan cards. That's great. And this one here too, you know, it was very informative, but it also brings in the regular tarot cards too. So you've got lots of information in here. But again, I just don't know. I'm a little undecided as to where my collection should go. I wouldn't mind getting, I think, a better convert deck. Any suggestions there for me? I'm just going to say, you know, this is my collection. I am so interested in Marseille right now, and I would like to have some really good quality Marseille decks. And if you know of, like, did you buy the CBD deck for this booklet here? And did you have great success with it? Did you like the coloring? What was the cardstock like? That kind of thing. And I'm just going to put that out there. I'm looking for some help, some direction as to where I should take this collection. What am I missing? What do you think I would really like, knowing that I've sort of put it out there? I like the antique-y look. I don't mind seeing some imperfections in the work. Although I like this coloring here, it doesn't have that sort of old world ancient look. But am I barking up the wrong tree there? And I should be going for the remade ones where the colors are beautiful and they're reworked. They're wonderful. And maybe there's a Conver deck there with Artisan Tarot that I can look at. But I'm putting it out there. I am open to suggestions and helping me build a beautiful Marseille deck collection. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to your comments.